In grade 12 today we will look at keylogging, the use of a computer program to record every keystroke made by a computer user, especially in order to gain fraudulent access to passwords and other confidential information. Then there's a simple explanation of how it works. Most keyloggers on average computer arrives as malware. If your computer becomes compromised, the malware may include a keylogger or function as a Trojan that downloads the keylogger along with other harmful software. And then most sources define a keylogger as a software program designed to secretly monitor and log keystrokes. Then the advantages: parental control. Parents can see what their children are doing on the internet, and also can in some attempts block websites or content that they don't want to see. Company security, tracking the use of computers for non-working related purposes or the use of workstations after hours, so they can see. I know basically an alarm system works on the same principle. As soon as you have a big company and each person is assigned a different password, so at the end of the day they can see who was the person that left the office at the end. Companies can also be used to track the input of keywords and phrases associated with confidential information, which could damage the company if disclosed. And then other security, using keyloggers record to analyze and track incidents linked to the use of personal computers. The disadvantage: can be used to intercept passwords and other confidential information. PIN codes and account numbers can be acquired. And limitations: created with the idea of using legally, but in most cases it is used in illegal activities. Employees can sue the employers if they are not made aware of keylogging used on their computers. And then cyber criminals can get hold of your confidential information. Cyber criminals can get hold of your passwords. Keyloggers can be used in the industry and political surveillance. Then examples of the technology in practice: ATM keypads capture any password entered by the user on a device, take screenshots, record the URLs that you visited, and then record a list of applications run by users on the device, and then capture logs of all instant messages, capture copies of sent email, automatically send the report containing stored logs, emails it to a remote location. And then I want to do this one as well. Keylogging software. A keylogger is a type of surveillance software that, once installed on a computer, has the capability to record every keystroke made on that system. The recording is saved in a log file, usually encrypted. And then they have the example here. Simple explanation of how it works. Again, keylogger software runs hidden in the background and automatically record all keystrokes. Advantages: keylogging software allows you to determine who is spending time on work-related stuff and those that are not. Ethical hacking: the software can be used to point out weak areas in personal computing. Disadvantages: when you install keylogging software, trust is lost by the employees in the business. Storing passwords of social media profiles is unethical. And then keylogging software can be installed without your knowledge in the following ways. A person you know might install one on your computer while you're not watching, by using an infected USB device, from downloading cracks or key generators from the internet. These files often contain viruses or keyloggers. And then by installing games and software from unknown publishers, from downloading and installing programs for torrents, and then by visiting a website that exploits some browser vulnerability. This usually happens when you are using an outdated browser or you have outdated plugins in your browser. And then limitations: can be used effectively if on-screen keyboard is used, cannot be used effectively if on-screen keyboard is used. So if you have your on-screen keyboard, they can't track you, or they can't see what you have typed, or what you have typed or selected. Relevance and implications on personal life: keyloggers can be scary if you are running an online business, because someone can simply take down your website or install a malicious code that abuses your hosting server. And then in a business, keylogging software can be used to make sure that employees are working and not wasting time. And the last one, examples of technology in practice. Software can be installed to monitor the things you do at work. Keylogging software can be installed on your children's cell phone, tablet to ensure their safety. Look at this video, grade 12s, and then you will see how it actually works.
Now, so I'm actually going to show you a Keylogger live and show you how it can steal my information. So over here on my laptop, I'm going to show you three things, type of things that we do every day. So over here I have a browser. Over here I have my VPN client, because I'm going to act like I'm going to log into my company's corporate network. And up here I have one of those keyloggers that I was just talking about. And you'll notice that, here I'm just moving to Keylogger now. I have two different antivirus programs on here. I'm not going to say who they are, but I will say that neither one of them know that this Keylogger is even sitting here, and they're not giving me any indication. So here I am. I'm going to go to I want to go to my bank, and you watch the Keylogger as I'm typing. So I'm going to go to my bank, which happens to be Wells Fargo. And as you can see, the Keylogger now knows where I bank. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in my username, and I'm going to put George. And now I'm going to come down here to my password box. And most people think that the password box in the bank is encrypted. It isn't. It's only obfuscated. It just puts asterisks to show you, to stop a shoulder surfer. But up here in the Keylogger, you'll actually see what I type. So I'll use my password as password, for example. And as you can see, the Keylogger was able to steal my bank's URL, it was able to steal my username and my secret password for logging in. Now I'm going to come over here to my VPN client. So I'm going to log into my company, and the crown jewels are right there, that password field. So again, I'm going to use the word password. And as you can see, the Keylogger was able to steal my credentials for logging into my corporate office. And obviously that is how the majority of these breaches are over the last 3 to 5 years. Keyloggers, phishing attacks are going against the employees, and not knowingly an employee is opening up what looks like a legitimate email. They're downloading a file, or they're being directed to a link, which then downloads a Keylogger. And once that gets on the system, that company is now able to be breached, because those credentials are able to be stolen by the Keylogger and sent off to the hacker. So I hope that this gives a little bit of education into the dangers of Keyloggers and why we need to be so vigilant in anything that we think about clicking on and scrolling through on the internet. Appreciate the time.